Yeah, let me ask the first question.
Yes,
What
you
was
ask
the
me.
first drum kit that you ever had? Now, come on.
The first drum kit I ever had, I bought off of a Salvation Army drummer for £10, and the bass drum was bigger than me. And I bought it for a tenner, got on a bus, took it back to my parents' home in Tottenham, and got kicked off the bus because I was
Because you
blocking
were
all the
carrying
passengers
what
from
was the
sitting
make?
down.
What was it? I wonder.
I
A
don't know
Gretsch
actually.
or something?
No, the first good one I got was a German kit called a Trixon.
Oh, Trixon, yes, I know.
Wonderful,
I know
wonderful. It was
Trixon. Yeah.
all red glitter.
There you are. Did you know that?
You know.
I remember when I first met David. I mean, it was like I liked the fact that it was like on one-to-one basis.
Yeah, and I tried to get hold of Freddie 2 years ago, but he was on one of his world tours, and everybody said it would be impossible. And I was determined because I've always respected what his work. And a girlfriend of mine gave me his telephone number in Munich, where he was living at the time, and I phoned him. And
But that's my girlfriend as well. But anyway.
we share.
But after having met him, he sort of said, "I like the one-to-one approach," and I said, "Well, that's the way you got me," because I mean, he just sort of phoned me up and said, "What would you like to do time?" And I'd read about it, and I said, "Well, come on over." I was in Munich at the time, and he said, "Look," and the way he approached me was great. He just said, "Look, you don't have to be committed to anything. You can listen to the tracks. I'll fly over, and if you don't like them, fine." And that's the way, and I love that approach.
To be perfectly honest, I thought it would be impossible because he is such a perfectionist and such an extrovert performer. But I found him the absolute professional to the extreme, which I thought I was the worst, where everything had to be perfect. But he would give 100% of himself, and he doesn't like starting work until sort of 6, 7 in the evening and working till 6. But that 12-hour period, he gave a performance. Every take is like a performance in front of an audience of thousands.
That's very nice of you. I tell you, this is no cheap queen you're working with. Well, it's basically my voice. I mean, I can scream beautifully for 3 days and then I drop dead. I undertook this project knowing fully well that he was the overseer, but of course I wanted to put my sort of stamp on it. And then in the end we disagreed on a lot of elements, but then like he gave way and I gave way to a lot of things. But in the end it was all to make sure that it was...
Right.
I don't think it was done in terms of any sort of egoistic elements. I mean, it was all to do with hoping that it would work. So I mean, like... I mean, people think that I'm a real... it starts with C, but I can't think of anything. But that I'm a cherub. But I mean, sometimes you have to give way to sort of understand certain problems, you know.
It's a magic performance. I mean, I'm a great lover of people like Edith Piaf, which is totally away from what you call today's commercial music, and the Jennifer Holidays. And I always remember when we first met, I said to you, he said, "But how can I do this song?" I said to him, "Well, I want a cross between Edith Piaf, Jennifer Holiday, and Shirley Bassey."
He said, "David, I have all their dresses. I can do it perfectly."